We're a couple of miles from the Colorado State Capitol building. It's in Power Field at Mile High here in Denver. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Las Vegas Raiders and the Denver Broncos.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Mike Tirico and Greg Olson. Glad you were with us, and Daniel Carlson here to get things started. And off we go from Denver. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. A run with the Central Florida product, R.J. Harvey. He did a nice job skipping away from one tackle, then going forward, gain of 5. It'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 28-yard line.
To throw is Nix. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 4. The RPO, they'll get it to Brown. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Nix, now to throw it here on 1st down. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
In trouble, and down he goes. Quay Walker in for the sack. It is a loss of 8, and now it's 3rd down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the 1st. It'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt for Denver. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down.
Their own 18-yard line.
On the ground, this is Ashton Genty. A short gain up to the 20. Nick Bonito there for the tackle.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
It is 2nd and 9. to throw. He's got his receiver, and that's Jack Best. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
They'll try to pick it up with Genty. And that's going to be enough to move the chains. First down, up past the 35.
It's a gain of 8.
Nice job there on 3rd and inches. And you know, Mike, that defense, they are packing it in. They're trying to get as many bodies up at the line of scrimmage. So you get past that first wave, look out. They did a nice job bringing him down, or else that looked like he was going to take it all the way.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Left side, it's caught. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. 20 yards on that pass play. First down, Vegas.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Here's Genty. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Talanoa Hufanga.
Well, we're getting a little test here early, Mike, to see just how easy is this team to rattle. Didn't look like they were able to get through that opening script that they had worked on all week. So I'm going to be curious on this next drive. Do they stick to the plan? Do they pick up where they left off? Or is there a little bit of a reaction, or dare I say panic, to come out and make some adjustments in response to that early interception?
Handoff now for Harvey. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And that is incomplete.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, here's Nix. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. They converge on him quickly. They'll only get a couple. Jabril Peppers up from his safety spot to bring him down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. Quarter 2 begins. It is Raider football. They've got a 2nd and 8 coming up. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Third down, they need 5. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. We'll go right back to Bowers. He's got it again. 15 yards through the air. Good for a Raider first down.
So after that turnover on the opening drive, the last thing you'd want to do here, Mike, is go back on the field and just go 3 and out. So they pick up a first down. They're able to extend this possession. It's going to go a long way towards just settling everybody in that offensive huddle down and letting the rest of this game unfold.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Here we go. Set. Go.
They'll run with Genty. Good running inside the 25. And he's into the end zone. Ashton Genty. Touchdown Raiders. That gives him 14 touchdowns for the year.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
That one, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down.
This offense just can't seem to get anything going in this opening half, Mike, and they're still looking for their first points of the game, and it's really these missed opportunities that are a big part of the reason they're really struggling here.
2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Nix. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face third down and 10. They'll throw. It's Nix. He'll get this one complete to Brown. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
That's good for a Broncos first down.
They'll go play action with Nix. That'll be intercepted. That's the linebacker, Quay Walker. And the Raiders are going to get it back here just past the 35.
At their own 36-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll start on the ground with Genty. And he shows off those strong legs running through one tackle. Give him a gain of 8.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple.
70 Lions.
Now, faking the give. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
76, set up.
He'll drop to throw. He'll look middle, and it's caught by Beck. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
That's taken in. And he is going to have a Raiders 1st down. They wind up getting 13 yards on that 4th down conversion.
A little bit of a risky decision for some, Mike, but frankly, I really like it. I think the days of being aggressive on 4th down, even on your side of the field, are here to stay. And while some people say this is over-aggressive, in this case, the aggressiveness paid off, and they're going to keep this drive alive.
In motion, Besh. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Out of the backfield, it's Ashton Genty. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second down, they need 7.
Here we go, set. Let's go.
They'll look to throw again. Quickly to the outside and complete. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. They get 15 on that game. 1st down, Vegas.
Let's go. Mikey, 18.
Back to the air one more time. That one too far out in front to be brought in, and it's incomplete. Trying to get it out to Ashton Genty that time. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
65, Cougar 19. You got that right there. Hurt. Steady.
Run right up the gut of Genty. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. We'll talk things over before third down.
On the set. Set. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Red Lion.
He'll look to throw. He's got it at the 7. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Here's Genty. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
The Broncos going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock stops. 50 seconds to play until halftime. Now here's second and goal.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Check out.
They'll look to throw. That's hauled in at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Ashton Genty. Touchdown, Las Vegas. So that is 2 touchdowns in this game. And now 15 for the year. Carlson now for the extra point. And the operation looked to be fouled up there. This ball pushed wide to the right. It's no good.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10. Here's Nix to throw. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
To the outside, catch made by Brown.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And that is incomplete.
And after that last incompletion, it's really the story of the game. This offense has had a really hard time sustaining drives that can lead to points. You can sense the frustration, not only on the sideline, but really in the entire stadium. They've got to get something going, especially early in these drives, so they can find themselves in scoring position and come away with some points.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. Oh, he's got him in. That's caught by Brown. And he's going to have the Broncos first down. That'll wind up a gain of 11 on fourth down. To throw is Nix. That's caught on the right side by Sutton. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
That one knocked away in the end zone, incomplete. What a good job locating the football by the defense where it matters most, and it'll bring up third down now.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that.
That's out to Brown, right side, complete. It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down. So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Third quarter set to commence, and we're back underway here on EA Sports. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get this off to Genty. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
2nd and 5. On the handoff, this is Genty. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to third down.
A gain of 4, and it's third down.
Keep it on the ground with Genty. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. That is a gain of 22, and it sets up first down and goal. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. That one is caught beyond the pylon. Jack Bech, touchdown Vegas. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
Brown now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
At their own 34-yard line.
Almost set. Ready. Ready. Ready.
Drive starts on the ground, and this is Harvey. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 9.
Almost set.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
This one complete to Sutton. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Nick's going to throw for it. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
Here we go. Set.
Run out of the gun for Genty.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
60 bison. 60 bison.
Back to throw. They'll try to set up the screen to Genty. And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. That catch number 80 in this campaign. And it gives his team a 1st down. They've got it at the 8, 1st down and goal. Here's a run. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10.
Back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and
that one intercepted. Picked off by Talanoa Hufanga. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position, a huge chance to cut into the deficit.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guys to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On the give, it's Harvey. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 1st and 10.
Yards on the play. That's good for a Broncos 1st down. First and 10 at the 31.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to be brought down. They've got it. It'll be first and goal after a pickup of 21.
First down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage, and it's a friendly target.